MrZythFx, we're back again for another training session with my mind. Step 1, have fun. Step 2, recognize you ain't gonna become nobody. You are gonna become nobody. I don't know, it always got me, that English usage. You ain't ever gonna nobody be nobody. What? I think you just said I'm gonna be somebody. I think, is he trying to compliment me? I've discovered, after a lifetime of grieving and sadness and depression, and if you aren't willing to be able to truly believe or invest yourself into something, or believe in something, really invest yourself into, like, for example, pretty extreme example, but like those 60-year-old like pedos walking around, the pedos, you know, that you can just tell they never like had like an interesting life. You know, they were never themselves being interesting, and they never discovered that thing. And it's not a matter of trying to control your personality and make things happen. It's a matter of stepping stepping out of yourself and getting a bigger look at things, a better look at things, that helps you start to address being better, being your character, as opposed to a good way to sort of distinguish this stuff is when you're in private versus when you're in public. Like, if you spend time out on the streets performing and doing stuff like that, when you go back into privacy, you're so much freer than like you've ever been in your life. And most people, like, they never really do that. So, like, you know, they're never really extreme in public. They're only really ever extreme on their on their live streams, on their fucking video games, you know, just whatever. But you have to be a fucking sore thumb, bro. You gotta stand out. You gotta stand the fuck out. Like, so far out that you remind people that they can be free like this too, on such a level that there's no way for them to deny what you are. You know, you have an excuse as long as there's a purpose, is I think a good way to put it. If you have a purpose, you have an excuse. If there's purpose in it, you have an excuse. If you can look at it and be like, oh, it'll help people be freer with themselves. It'll help. And, you know, it doesn't go for everything, but like just those sort of better things, or even like, it's not a good time to bring that up yet. Yeah, just those funner things. And letting go, like the true you, the best version of you, it's right in between you right now and you in like a second. Like, you have to dive out in front of yourself like that to really be you. There are a lot of people, they set up a spotlight, way too much of a spotlight around themselves, me included. Like, if someone was like, oh, do that thing, and I'll be like, no, this and that, and I'll be like, all right, I'll do it, it's coming. Or, you know, like, I didn't really ever do that, but like, just that idea that you're building up a spotlight before ever doing what you do, and then you can never actually surmount to the expectation you set up for it, and then you'll probably just shy away from it because you can't now match the spotlight and what it's requiring of you. It's just small steps, baby steps, small one. Baby steps, smalls. Just aim to have fun with it. Aim to relax. Aim to be yourself. Just aim to relax. Motherfucker. Someone's finally watching. What's up, yo? Is that motherfucking that dude from Dunkin' Donuts? What up, mate? Let's see. Being yourself, relaxing. You got to recognize other people's guidelines and what we think of them. You know, they were just the guidelines of certain people we'd met in our life. It wasn't actually guidelines of life. And there are a lot of people, they were just there to fuck with you, like not intentionally, even like accidentally and incidentally. And you sort of took their perspective on things and integrated it in some way. But you have to truly learn to cut loose, unleash yourself, and define your uniqueness. Define your uniqueness. Be like that one motherfucker who's like that. Like, everyone around is so dead now. It's literally such an act of service, an act of rebellion, and all the rest to just be alive, as fucking alive as you can be, and to have as much fun with it as you can. Because everyone they look for fun in other places. They look for it over. Oh, it's over there. It's it's not over there. It's right here. But like they just can't have fun with it, even if it's like what should be a good time around them. They don't know how to enjoy it themselves, and it's literally a matter of just cutting loose, getting a little fucking goofy, man. Just getting a little bit motherfucking goofy. Like, just, if you think about it, man, randomly trust falling someone nowadays would light the place up with like some 2019 vibes. You just randomly trust fall someone nowadays, everyone would be laughing. It'd be like, what the fuck? They'd all come back to life quite a bit, and that's the goal, bringing them back to life, man. I've had severe amounts of hopelessness taken over my life because I resigned to the notion that they were all brain dead, lab rats, unfixable, this and that, but I can heal them, and thus I can bring them back to being good company.
It's not like an exact the tail chasing man is a quote.
Yeah, man, that's just the main vein of life in the end. Rather, it's just that it's being badass, man. Figuring out how to be badass. Figuring out the strength it requires to stay badass, to stay strong, to stay getting through this like a man who doesn't mind his bruises and broken bones. He's not thinking about that. He's got the fucking mission. He is a fucking soldier. He's badass. And he's a soldier who can be goofy, you know? Like, if baby's around, is he not going to be able to make goofy faces with the little baby? He's going to be too serious about life. He can't, like, play with a fucking baby, bro. Come on. I always think about that, you know, like, not always, sometimes. The distinction between, like, children and adults at a dinner table, or, like, babies even, you know. At first, like, the baby's all feeling like it's all being outdone. It doesn't really know what's going on. It's like, I want to, like, fit in with these people. And then someone like, the coolest guy at the dinner table, he sees it, and he just makes a funny face at the child, like some stupid, you know, just, you know, to show how unserious he is, and how there are people out there that, like, can be that type of chill around them, that playful thing that we lose touch with as we grow up. You know, like when we were children, most of us truly believed that I don't want to like these people, bro. That we were all like, bro, I don't want to be like this fucking adult, bro. He's an asshole. He's gray. He's totally fucking gray, bro. All these adults are just so gray. They're like dead inside, but like I kind of want to, but I want to be grown up so that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. But I don't want to be like them when I grow up. I know that. But like we couldn't even really believe in that because we were all just trained to accept what we see and to also be just as oppressed and enslaved like all those ones we look to, the older ones nowadays were. There ain't no worse parent than the modern parent. I was having a conversation with this dude earlier. He's talking about how having less kids allows parents to have better control over their children, or like that they could raise them up better or whatever. But I would argue that having more kids allows those children to raise up more properly, because first of all, they're getting that social interaction with the more children. They're raising each other up. There's more room for freedom, as opposed to the parents dictating, trying to control this child that they can't, and they're doing it wrong. Like if only they were sages and had done natural psychedelics and gotten into all the spiritual stuff, so they could understand what fucking life is about, so they could actually have some good advice for the child or know how to apply the advice properly. But they all just spent their lives sitting in a box getting paycheck rent, and they want to call themselves successful so bad, but whenever they go around their town, it's just proving the otherwise. You know, they're a tourist everywhere they fucking go. Like, you know, go on vacation. Like, bro, why?
Hey, Rose.
They're going on vacation. If they're a tourist in their own hometown, they're just going around the world to embarrass themselves. But you know, Americans are such propaganda for fucking tourism to America. It's so people don't understand the equation. We're so oppressed and suffered here that when we finally go on vacation to some tribe in some area in Africa or fucking whatever, playing with the river, like the happiest, most dopamine, serotonin fueled, like, oh, it's just this water, we're gonna splash it and we're having the most fantastic, like, yeah, and the people around, they're like, yeah, we chill, we actually bathe in this pond, but, you know, we're this is our fucking, you know, this is our life. They're just like, this is our life. And in the end, they're like, how are these people so happy? What is it about America that makes these people so enlightened, in a sense? Like, they're so released and happy. You know, of course, it's just that our lives are hell here. It's such a gray shithole. If you're alive, people will attack you. The jealous, maggot bag, frat, douchebags. Envy is what it is. It's not jealousy. It's always just envy, because they're not jealous of you. They would consciously recognize it if they were jealous. They're envious of you. They don't recognize that they're jealous, in a sense, of you, and that, you know, that you're mocking them. If you don't know that word, it's just like dominating over them, like a woman with big tits near a woman with tiny tits. Yeah. It's just that, man, life is so fucking deep, man. There's so many, like, you know, women getting boobs enlarged because they didn't spend enough time around babies, their children, to like hear them cry enough to get those hormones that made them bigger, or they were all on those like 50-calorie diets, never really grew any extremities or whatever. And their brain is suffering because they're on that 50-calorie diet, bro. This is a big thing. No one like fucking knows, bro. I discovered this after being vegan for 6 years, and I was like on the road for a couple years in my car. Horrible diet. Like, I was barely getting any nutrients. I was barely alive, and then I downed these 2 bottles of coconut whipped cream, brother. And my mind came so back alive. Like, it was at least 1,000 times more alive than it was like an hour before. And I realized right then, bro, like, fucking up your diet, being vegan, doing all that stupid, it's just stupid, bro. Like, trust me, I've been so into all the spiritual fucking eating spirulina, chlorella, all this fucking, you know, third eye stuff, bro. Just eat as much food as you can and exercise that shit off. Like, literally, eat the fat on the chicken, eat everything, devour that shit like a fucking monkey, and a rabid monkey, and recognize, like, life is way more than this, bro. Is way more than any single small thing, every single fucking thing. It's more than that. This is literally like a spirit on a mission to do the impossible. This is like a dream, bro. This is like there's no. So many people are so small-minded, brother. We gotta We gotta open their minds. Priority number one, an open ass motherfucking mind. Like, whoosh, head gasket blown off every time I say something. It's a French dog. I don't know. The Matrix. Motherfucker. Oh, everyone been turning into Agent Smiths, bro. They got them all. You want some real news right now. You want the situation. The situation the last 5.5 years was as follows. Anthony Fauci, a Freemason, been working on head of the bioweapons department since the Patriot Act in about 2001 or whatever it was. Bioweapons, develops that shit, releases that shit after he developed the patent, the cure for it 10 years or so prior, so that after releasing that virus, yes, the truth, the fact, the situation. But I can't hear myself right now. My ears are blocked. I hope my voice isn't weird. But after releasing the virus, and terrifying the whole world about the virus, every country dying for the vaccination. We need it. They're the ones who already have it, and they waited 1.5 years to give it out. So, nonchalant, or just fucking, and it's free, of course, and everyone in the world gets it, and there's censorship taking over everywhere, where it's only like you just have to get this, and you can't really argue, and people who are talking about it, you're not going to hear them because they're censored, and otherwise they're just the crazy ones who are opposing the saving of humanity from this terrible virus that these people released, which is of course being talked about at the first month as the man-made virus that it was. But ever since they stopped saying that on the news stations, look how everyone forgot that fact. Because of course, if it was a man and everyone was thinking about that consistently, we would all of us, without me having to tell everyone, realize that we should stop the people who are releasing this virus, as opposed to genetically modifying ourselves, or rather being genetically modified by those cures. And of course, just like everyone who didn't realize that is just lost in this cloud. They just have to deal with all the irrational behaviors of other people, and how people are just so stupid now, and they don't make sense, and they're not really applying themselves to what I just said, the context of what I was actually saying. And they're not realizing it's that deeper thing that already passed by, the introduction of the New World Order. It wasn't a new American society. It wasn't a new world society. It was a new world order, which was a genetically modified population. The human population genetically modified the whole world. That was what they got after this whole fucking charade. And my mind's just going straight to the fact that, 5G, such cottonmouth, towers were installed a week before this corona comes in and ruins all life on Earth. Even though we're still alive, we're dead folks, and not everyone. And God can heal you. You just have to learn what it means to be spiritually strong. And the only way to really do that, I recommend watching Bleach, the anime. This anime called Bleach. I always recommend it to everyone I meet. Watch it in Japanese, or don't watch it. Watch it in Japanese with subtitles, or don't watch it. That's all I have to say. But it will teach you what I'm talking about, what I was talking about, because I forget what I was fucking talking about. But and in between the 5G towers being a week before the corona, there was this, what was clear to me, some type of alien invasion. But I see some article 2 days later when I open up Firefox saying Bill Gates sent 500 satellites to space, and of course it's a past tense thing. Oh, he sent it, huh? Well, why couldn't we watch the launch and the takeoff? Well, and no one else saw that fucking article. I was the only one who saw it, because I was the only one who saw that fucking alien invasion at 5 in the fucking morning. It was 4:30 in the morning or something, when no one's around and everyone went to sleep. Everyone's too focused on the fact that they didn't get pussy today to still be kicking it. Or they got pussy and now they're back in the place. But I was the only one who saw that, and so And what was all that fucking allow criminal illegal aliens into the country? Ever since Biden came in. Oh, let's let illegal criminal aliens fucking into the country. Yeah, great idea. Well, it really, in my opinion, what that was the integration of aliens in skin suits into our fucking society. Like, of course, the only people I've ever met who've seemed to me irrevocably an alien in a skin suit are people who have like a foreign nationality. They're never from America. And half of them had like their eyes pasted on all weird. They were like, "Gah." And they were so irrational. Every single one of them. They would like, that's the thing. This is like, I've already said this in some videos, but I'll say it again. People always like look up to aliens or whatever as if they're so enlightened and they must be so all this and that. We should idolize them basically. But literally, like, bro, from those people I was experiencing who it was like pretty, like 99.9% sure that they were that, at least like the few that were surely that, so irrational me for 11 months straight, sabotaging me, just the way that they act, the way that they fucking harass you. It's like they take advantage of everything that they could possibly take advantage of. It's like they came to this planet trying to have the human experience and to show us they could do it with more intelligence or whatever. But literally, they're such scum, bro. Scum. That's like the main thing, number one. Like, it's like Hans Niemann, if you know chess. Fucking Hans Niemann, this dude, he definitely cheated against Magnus Carlsen, and the way he's been acting about it ever since, like, he's been lying so poorly that anyone who's halfway intelligent will know. But since like 1% of the population's halfway intelligent at this point, like they get the majority, and then they get all the likes. And, oh, I kind of like this guy. And everyone's just like 70% of the population just goes with the fucking trends, no matter what it is. At least 80, like no matter what it is. And if it's anything besides the trends, the current topics of conversation at the time on modern mainstream media and all this shit, whatever they're fucking subscribed to as fucking losers are fucking saying, then they will reject it and call you crazy. But and they really want to pretend that they're so passionate about all these new things, the Epstein files. Oh, we're trying to do, where are the files? Like, as if they're ever gonna not be a fucking coward because they finally got these fucking files, and they're just gonna sit around and wait for the government to hunt itself down after giving them their own fucking list, their own list. We're going to give you this thing that depicts that we are the bad guys, and we're going to hunt ourselves down, and y'all ain't going to do anything, right? Okay, because that's what's been happening. George Bush, George Soros, David Rockefeller. Why are these people still alive? Oh yeah, everyone's a fucking coward. They've provenly, openly, completely, for the last fucking 2 decades at least, completely obliteratingly proven that they're the most evil motherfuckers that basically have ever existed in our era. In our times, in the last couple centuries, and yet, like, we're all dying, we're all being killed off 250 times or so the amount of cancer cases for, it was like the pancreas or something like that in America than any other country. They're killing us, they're drugging us, they're poisoning us. They've been spraying shit in the air every single time there's some new corona wave and have everyone's lungs filling up with phlegm, mistaking it for the corona again, after also attacking their brains. And they wake up. Isn't it funny? Everyone like only woke up feeling like this, like they're basically their brains fucking punctured, and they all just like, oh, I got the corona again. Now they're walking like they're failing the DUI test all over the place. Yeah, that was a fun era. Just like, remember, like, about a year after the corona started fucking everything up, like, everyone was walking all fucking wobbly, bro. Like, everyone forgot how to walk. Me included, bro. My body was so fucked up, though, was the reason. I mean, broken bones, just back posture. Yeah, that was some very sad shit. It was a very tragic fucking era, and like vengeance is called for about it, man. Like, not vengeance, but punishment, motherfucking punishment, right? Somebody need to be held accountable for all that bullshit. God dang. The whole population just got genetically modified. Someone need to be held accountable. And it's so funny how everyone forgot about Anthony Fauci after all this Epstein bullshit started getting all over the place. Let's distract them with this, give them nothing in the end, and everyone will forget about Fauci. Bro, like, and Kamala Harris running for mayor of California, whatever the fuck they were saying, mayor of California, she's probably going to install that as a position. But like, bro, if she does that and she don't get offed, I'm never going to respect the West Side ever again, bro. The West Side don't exist if Kamala Harris don't get offed after making herself the mayor or whatever the fuck of California. Governor of California. I want to be like Arnold. Whenever I hear California, I just think it in Arnold Schwarzenegger's California. And some coffee. Coffee, tobacco, bro, they're good. They're like pesticides, but they're good. Breathe smoke and chew glass, motherfuckers.
Like if someone is like, they need it.
Crop dust a motherfucker. Fuck it. It's fun. Oh, really, you just needed to fart, man. Like, you're going to hold it back because for a second he's not going to catch a single line drift of the stuff coming by. It's a millisecond touching his. Oh, you oppressed me. Fuck you. I'm tipping outhouse on a motherfucker. Anyways. I don't know. Kind of ran out of things to say. You got any comments, man? Keep me talking about something. Any responses? I'm sweating like a motherfucker, you see. Oh, wait, I got one more thing for sure, bro. How hot it's been has not just been some global warming or anything bullshit, even though that's part of it, and the ozone deterioration, etc. That's part of it. It's the 5G fucking towers. That's why it's so hot. It's, bro, you sit in the shade. You're sitting in the shade, the air around you is cool, and yet you're cooking up. What is that? That's microwaves and gamma rays from the 5G towers. But, no one really knows fucking sensations anymore. Their senses, they're not using them. They have them. They might notice that the wind's blowing every once in a while or whatever, but they're not using their fucking bodies. They're stuck in that intellectual bullshit. They're stuck in between people's lines. They're stuck being afraid. If you really want to master, being ultimating yourself, like just like maximizing yourself. You practice outside. It's like trying to learn a trick on a skateboard while not moving. If you learn it while not moving, you're gonna have to relearn it while moving. If you do things outside and you express yourself outside, when you go back into privacy, bro, you're going to be like the freest person you ever met in your life. This is how you develop yourself quicker. Where am I at? I am very high in the clouds. I find it very important to find perspective that speaks for itself as opposed to trying to figure out things to say. Words. It's that integrity thing. It's that authenticity thing. It's that. It's all that stuff. Collectivized. Whatever it was. Whatever I said. Perception. Perspective. Perception and perspective. What you see is what you get, what that guy doing to you, all the things he's doing on the DL, thinks he's gonna get away with it. Not like you're gonna hang him for it or something, but like he thinks he's gonna get it, as you're not gonna notice and address it in the conversation, Don't let that shit slide. Don't let motherfucking shit slide. But like, you gotta never back down. You gotta never let silence take over. What you do is address it immediately. Never hesitate. Hesitation is your ultimate enemy away from your instincts. Your instincts. is something that, oh my God, if only I could explain to you how much I've been learning about it and how much it's changed me, and how like the moment right now and 1 second from now, still now 1 second from it, n+1 or whatever. Fuck, it's hard to. In between now and 1 second from that now is where you should like cast your mind as you let go. Like it's so like this thing it's not. It's so hard to explain. Be in between you now. Be in between you now and you 1 second from now. Like in between you trying to control things, in between you completely just letting go. It's like right in between the left and the right brain or something. Right between the now and the future, and like the potential that your dreams manifest. It's always a fantastic timing. You're always doing crazy shit in your dreams. So your instinct is, or at least was, totally intact. But that can fall away as instincts are drowned away from you as you sort of like put on the suit, get grayed in order to assimilate into society. Talking all that snake talk and shit. All that fucking snake hissy talk. Let's throw a hissy fit, bro.
Luna's fucking crazy.
What do you think?
But yeah, I don't know. Wanted to just press the fucking record button. It was another one of those things. I had nothing planned, but I knew I had to, because the power I've been feeling today as a result of like how I've been launching up. There's this video game I play, and in the game you have like real gold and shit. I'm just gonna say I play RuneScape, motherfucker. I used to play as a kid, but I found out you can actually play it on like even like a shitty ass phone. And so that helps me. I'm fucking homeless, you know. But I've been playing that and like PKing against people, PvP, and you have a bank, you have money, you have gold that you use and you risk while fighting them. And if you lose your fucking bank, and you have to start like grinding for more. And so like me, like it used to be like I would like fight a fight, and if I would lose, I would get so angry that I would just stop. Because like I would probably only have one more inventory left, and I would like I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna lose again or some shit. But recently, what I've been doing is just keep pushing. You lose, bro. Fuck it, keep going. You lose. Just fucking keep going somehow. Make it fucking happen. And the process of you just sticking with is the ultimate unleashment into who you used to fucking be, into that childlike vigor of like an unstoppable spirit. Like the children, you know, when you look at them, like you can never break a child. Like no matter how much like we felt horrible when we were children and we got fucked up, like we would always speak our piece and stuff. We would always sort of have like this absolute jab back that would be like way beyond their level of comprehension before we said it. And you know, we'd show them back up, like totally outdo them. And parents hate it when the children did that, like saying the truth like that. They're like, oh, no, fuck you, child. They're like, bro, he just spoke the truth. You should be able to handle that. You're this parent. But, you know, at least take yourself a little bit less seriously. God dang. But I'm losing my train of thought. Childlike vigor. Instinct, no. Oh man. What the fuck? You just play. So I was like, yeah, sticking with it. You know, if you're not good at PKing it, my man, you just keep going, bro. You just keep trying. It doesn't matter if you lose. Like, don't let that. That's like that reminds me of when this dude was skateboarding one time. He was trying to land this one trick, to show me basically this trick that he can do. And it was really crazy, really hard, complex. But like every time he missed it, he would get so much angrier. He would get angrier and angrier and angrier. And he'd think that like accumulating that anger would help him, but it doesn't. Like it can help sharpen you barely. It can sharpen you like barely, but compared to not getting angry and staying calm and focusing on like just going all out, like, you know, it's not an emotional reaction. It's you staying on a spiritual track of I can win. I can do this. God can split the seas. We can do this. No matter how many times a loss happens in a row, the only thing you can do is blame yourself and do better. And otherwise just like stay part of the flow of things. It doesn't really matter, you know. It doesn't fucking matter. I was just trying to have fun, you know. I was just trying to have fun training myself and my capabilities. And so I'm not going to turn this into an emotional fucking thing. And now I'm going to start just like hanging out in the waiting room area and talking to people and making a creative time and being that sort of example for people that they can be sort of the colored neon lights in the streets by being of a personality that's wild and unique and creative and funny and too, you know, a funny thing. Like it's sort of like, I don't know, irony, or you're just being so relaxed and chill and not minding that what you're doing is so abnormal, because it's just your uniqueness and your sense of play and your sense of being and your sense of trying to help other people out, help people see that they can also be just as free as this and have so much more of a blast than they've been having with their mediocre fucking gray fucking lives. There's people out there that literally truly believe that life is like the opposite of fun, that like it's so boring, that, like, you know, like people who truly believe that clearly never made their own life fun. Like, and that's a pretty harsh thing to say, because I remember me, like at any good time that was around me, I couldn't enjoy it because of my psychological oppression. Like if there was what should have been a good time around me, I was just like in myself, hating myself, doubting myself, thinking everything I'm doing is stupid. And that because every dude around me, every frat boy, little hockey lacrosse maggot had to come around. This guy's so stupid. Poison the whole population against me. But it could just develop. But, you know, they're going to start copying me slightly and getting fucking all the women because of that. They copied like me like slightly, and they got so many women for it. It's like, why don't I understand breaking through and just motherfucking saucing all over the situation, bro. Like just being yourself. Like, doesn't matter, you can hear your fucking voice echoing off the walls of the street, bro. Turn that shit up. Could scream really loud right now, but I'm not feeling courageous enough. Oh, my fucking ribs are fucking broken. It was a good story, but dude, broke my guitar off my face and my ribs. It was fun. But and for calling him fake, by the way, you know, like it's such a long story, bro. He was being a fake ass motherfucker, and I called him out for it. And 5 minutes later, I'm drunk as fuck. It's basically like passed out on my seat. He comes around and steals the guitar. He grabs it and I grab it, and he pulls me to the ground because I'm not letting that thing go. and he just starts wailing up. He literally, the very first thing he does is fucking sit on me. He sits his like 250-pound fucking ass on me, holds me by my fucking long hair, a guy, and punches me in the face like 150 fucking times, bro. That's how he proves. This is gonna prove he's not fake. Sits on my ass, holds me by my fucking hair, and punches me in the face, huh? And he breaks my guitar off my face, my ribs. I'm too fucked up to do anything after he finally gets off my ass, because I'm like screaming as loud as I can. At that point, somebody help. But for the first 2 minutes of it, just getting wailed in the face for like 2 minutes straight. He motherfucker. Well, oh yeah, I'm like, bro, let go of my hair, man. Let go of my hair. Let go of my hair. Bro, let go of my hair. And he's just not. He's just taking advantage of it. It's funny. I'm just going to say it. You know, he actually himself told me that his parents got him genetically modified when he was a fetus. So it was good to know. A little piece of dirt I like to fucking bring up now. But I don't tell people off. Like, it's just like, if I'm explaining that shit, you know, like, that's fucking why, bro. Like, he was that fake. And you know, in the end, like, I guess he probably got triggered because he told me that he got genetically modified. And when I called him fake, he thought I meant that. Maybe he thought I meant that, like, he's not a real human because he was genetically modified, like, you know, which I didn't fucking mean. I was saying that because of the situation and the way he's defending the wrong person now, who's been like literally perverted around us, who's trying to hang out with this girl that I care about, this young girl who doesn't know how to protect herself that I fucking care about. Yeah. I told him to get the fuck out of there, that other guy, and this guy who whooped my fucking ass by sitting on me and nearly killing me. He's like, oh, you should, no, he's a good guy. He's trying to change. He's coming around. I'm like, bruh, he was strip dancing on the pole next to us, like sucking his finger, like harassing us. Like, I ended up explaining all this shit anyways. I wasn't gonna, but yeah, that was that whole thing. I don't even know why I'm fucking talking about this. Like, this, I don't care about my fucking injuries. It's just, I guess that's why I can't scream that loud. Ah! Let it out, folks. When you power up like that, you get a little bit more powerful, and as a result of becoming more powerful with real power, as distinguishable from what they call power, what that's actually control. What you people have is aim for is control, not power. Real power, some comes from something that you amplify inside by using your voice, or more extremely than you've been using it. And when you do that, you can actually magnify and continue to increase your fucking power over and over, because you're now doing that more. You keep just sort of slightly going over your ceilings, and now you're going way over your fucking ceilings with like every couple next words. And well, I don't really know where to go from there, but it's important to do that, you know. The voice is a campfire. The voice is a campfire. If you've ever had a campfire in the same spot twice over 2 different days, you'll know the sense of sanctity and safety that was there the second night, as opposed to the first night when it was kind of scary. You didn't know the area. You weren't as comfortable. But you came back that second night, you're like, oh, I know this place. This place is safe. I had food here last time, and it was all a beautiful experience. And regardless of whether or not some tragic happens, and horrendous and horrible nightmare murder incident. No, sorry, I'm getting silly. That, yeah, like when I say the voice is a campfire, is that like that campfire was the light and made that next night safer. They made the whole area safer to you, because I mean, if you spent it all in the dark, it would have been a scary ass fucking time the whole night, and you probably wouldn't have gone back. You wouldn't have had any food. You wouldn't have had warmth. And so when you set up that campfire the next day with your voice, you see what I'm saying? He's I don't know, man. I'm already kind of powerful. I'd have to really push it. I'm not ready to do that. You can be as free as you fucking want when you power up like that, bro. Oh, I realized what I've been doing my whole life. I've been sitting there like a fucking nobody doing absolutely nothing. This is what the fuck I've been listening. No wonder I've had no one like me. I haven't been impressing anyone my whole life. I haven't been impressing anyone my whole life. I haven't been impressing anyone my whole life. Quality always develops, folks. You can always get greater ceilings. There are no fucking ceilings ever. Besides the ones that we make over our fucking heads, of course. But, you know, power up, motherfuckers. I love you, bro. I feel the need to end what has been a filled live stream before I start going off into tangential land. I love you, mate. Peoples, universe, worlds, recognize basically in the end, bro, we got to part from AI. We got to get away from that shit, and we got to revive the spirit of the natural, of what it was like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, that real authentic, archaic, natural, or playful, real human, real fun thing that we had, man. And whatever you can do to do that is the ultimate thing that you can do for this world, as well as knocking down a 5G tower or taking out one of those fucking George Bush, David Rockefeller, George Soros like people, instead of waiting on the government to do that, because they're not going to do that. All right. Good night, folks. Love you.